Hey podcast, just before we get you to this episode, I wanted to invite you to join us at pageantlaunch.com. We are starting the world's first dedicated pageant review site, and we want you to join our launch team. All you need to do is put in your email address. It's completely free. We are looking to make the pageant industry safe, transparent, and fair, and we'd love your input on how to do that. So head over to pageantlaunch.com, whack in your email address, and let's get you to this episode.
Hi everyone, my name is Megan Goldberger James. I'm your Miss Pageant Girl Cardiff, and this is my interview with the Pageant Project.
Hey everyone, it's Adrian from the Pageant Project, and I've got Megan Goldberger with me, Miss Pageant Girl Cardiff 2020. Megan, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you so much.
Megan was just telling me she's been wanting an interview for the longest time. So what's the first time you saw an interview with myself? Was it Danielle's interview way back when she was in the lobby?
Yeah, Danielle's interview when she was in the red dress in the hotel lobby was the first one I saw. And then obviously I am loyal to the Pageant podcast, so I couldn't wait. My ring light keeps going off. It's so annoying, but we'll just have to wait for this.
It's fine. Oh, hello, Kelsey. Kelsey's already put "What a Queen," so there you got Miss Galaxy 2020 tuning in already.
What a blessing.
All right, guys, so I think most of you watching by now know the drill. If you want to leave a comment, whack them in. If you want to leave a question, put them in, and I'll get them over to Megan whilst her ring light goes on and off. It's all right, when your ring light turns off, you actually go completely pink, which is probably appropriate for you anyway.
Yeah. Okay, let's just say pink then.
Yeah, I was, thank Natalie Pav has written, and we love you too, Adrian. Thank you. I love you guys as well. My second family. I am also going to say, if you're brave enough to put your mobile phone or your phone number in the comments, and we can ring you and you can ask Megan a question live. We bring you on via audio. If you saw what Imogen did to Charlotte, and that was quite funny.
That was amazing.
Apparently, Imi was really, really nervous. I don't know why. You got a bunch of people tuning in. Joanna Johnson has said, hello again, Maggie, your winners are here. So let's start with a pageant pub quiz. I'm assuming that's what Joanna was talking about. How's the pub quiz going?
Yes. Well, really well. And I never expected it to go this well. It was something I just come up with, and I was like, what can we all do on like our Saturday night to keep us entertained, because normally we're all at appearances, normally we're all at pageants. So I was just like, you know what, I just fancy like a bit of fun. And I messaged like a pageant guru over here called Sally Ann, and she sent me a load of pageant history questions. And just from then, I was like, oh, I really enjoyed this. Confession, I was never actually meant to be hosting it. It was meant to be someone else, and she just couldn't do it that week. So it ended up being me. And it just sort of grew. And now we're 4 rounds in, which is mental, because we're doing it every Saturday and Wednesday just to keep the people going. But I'm loving it. And I never expected to have the amount of people that we do. But it is just such a laugh. And it's becoming quite a bit of a thing now, which I'm just proud of.
How many people do you have kind of in total, or how many teams do you have?
Well, we have about 8 teams, and on those teams, it runs about, like 8 to 10 people per team. So now that in my head, that's quite a lot. That's
probably close to 100 people.
Yeah, some of them just have it on like, sometimes only one person streams it. So I'm only seeing like 20 people or 15 people are watching, but then if they're all watching off of something else, then we're looking about 80 people.
Got it. How many rounds is this thing going for? Are you going to be able to keep it up until Corona is gone?
I mean, that's what the people want, so I'm not one to disappoint. I'll definitely keep it going as long as I can. It was originally going to be 5, but that would make Saturday the final.
Right.
But every time I mention that, people get really upset. So I think we'll just carry on until it's over. But I have had a request for it to be done in person as well. So at the next pageant weekend, hopefully my competition weekend, on the last night, we're going to do it in real life, which I just think is going to be hilarious to have everyone there.
That'll be very cool. Rebecca Everson has said, Maggie, wish you could grab my chin again and do the ooga noise. Love you, Queenie.
Oh, thank you. It's, every time I see it, I don't know what it is. I just started at a Galaxy and it just carried on. I grab her chin, I go like this, and she puts the chin in my hand, and I just go, oof. And she walks off, like, that's what happened.
It's probably what I would do, or most people would do too. Debbie Hughes has said, your fourth runners up are here too. Danielle Latimer has said, lob you, wife. I think she means love you, wife, not lob you, wife, but she could mean lob you as well.
Think so. She could lob me very well, yeah.
Nat Pav has said, please don't stop. Please make it a thing you do the whole of lockdown. It's my highlight. So you're going to have to come up with more questions.
I know, and it is hard. Like, I'm trying to, variety is the spice of life. So I'm trying to keep it like a massive variety. So we've had pageant history, general knowledge, music, catchphrase, and tonight was pageant logos. So it's literally like I'm gonna have to start asking people for topics soon without them knowing too much. But people are like, maybe a geography round and stuff like that. But it's so funny because the 8 psychos, they have adopted. We know the 3 psychos, they have adopted 5 others. Always tell me, they're like, what's the topic? We're gonna go revise, and I'm like. Girls, it's just a bit of fun, but they take it very, very seriously.
I was going to say, and I've said this on the podcast, I don't know if you were watching it when I said it, I think it's unfair having them as a team. I mean, it's like they're having the Avengers. It's like a team of people. It's not fair. I mean, in between them, they know everything.
They've not won every round, though. So I think it is completely fair. I think they've won 2 out of the 4. Off the top of my head, or may actually tell a lie, probably 3 out of 4. But yeah,
a strong team.
It is. I can't stop them.
That's true. Yeah. You should do a sports round. That's always one that comes up in pageant pubs. Also, music. If you haven't done music and sport are big ones.
We did a music one where it was like questions related to music, and then guess the song via the 10-second intro. That was hilarious. And Nat Pav has been begging me for a sports round for obvious reasons. So I'm trying to think of how to incorporate it all, but it will be happening.
Okay.
It's not going to stop anytime soon.
Sounds good. I have a suggestion. I might run it past you then. I actually have a trivia game as a computer game that we could broadcast live. And that could work, but we'll discuss that later, because I don't want to take over your idea. But that could save you from coming up from questions, and also you have an immediate result. But let's just back to the comments, because there's a lot coming in. So Rachel Lee Loftus has said, missing you, Megan. Can't wait to see you soon. Your wife has said, my 2 favorite people on my screen. Oh, Danielle, you're going to make me cry at 6 a.m. Chloe Lake has said, can't wait to be crowned the overall winners. Chloe, are you basically the brains of the 8 psychos? Because I'm going to assume you would be, and if you're not, you're letting me down. Hannah Golding has all right, so Hannah Golding has a question, and we'll get to the questions in a sec. But just before we do, Meg, can you give us a story behind how you got into pageants in the first place, and then we'll switch into the questions.
Okay, so the story how I got here, I think like most people, I didn't go looking for the pageant world. The pageant world found me. I kind of just completely took over my life. But I met a beauty queen at the time named Charlotte Hitchman, and she was a current reigning queen for a pageant called Miss Teen inspiration.
Right.
And I listened to his story and I was like, I want to do that. And I've always grown up watching Miss World with my mum. So I was like, I want to do that. And I entered and my mum was like, you can't do that, Meg. And I was like, why? Like, why can't I do it? Like, I want to be able to do it. I should be able to do it. I entered that pageant, came third runner up and won Miss Charity. And just from then, like, you just get the bug. You get bitten by this big sparkly pageant bug and you're like, oh my gosh, what can I do now? Where can I go? And that is literally how it happened. And everywhere along the way, I've met someone who's just enhanced it even more. And now I'm at a point where I don't actually know where I'd be without pageants, because without pageants, I wouldn't have the girls that I do. I wouldn't have the pageant family that I do. And they mean everything to me. Like, those girls, we talk every day. Like, they've kept me sane during this lockdown for sure. But I honestly wouldn't know where I'd be without them. But yeah, it's come full circle. I just love it.
And can you give us an idea outside of pageantry? In Corona, no one's doing anything, right? But in normal times, outside of pageantry, what sort of things keep you busy? Or is it just pageant?
I am a very busy woman. I'm a third-year university student. I'm about to graduate. Fingers crossed. I study events management. That is my degree. I work in a pageant and prom dress shop, so I work in retail. And I am an independent travel agent, and I'm about to launch my empowerment coaching company in June. Corona, whether you're there or not, is going to happen. But yeah, I like to keep busy. I don't like to be bored.
Did you say you work in a pageant dress shop?
Yeah.
Because Danielle said to me a couple of times that you are the ultimate pageant girl, and when I was over in the UK, I saw your car, and it just pink, everywhere pink, yes. Even now pink. Can you just, off the top of your head, can you riff off the list of everything you have that is pink?
Everything I have is pink. My iPad's pink. Notebooks are pink. I've got pink jars. I've got rose gold cutlery. I've got pink plates. I've got pink car, pink bedding, pink flowers, pink wax burners, pink sparkly things everywhere. Pink gin, pink pens. Like, I actually sign things in pink, which I don't know if it's allowed, but I make it happen. I carry a pink pen with me everywhere. The most random and funniest thing that I think I have is pink is my handheld Hoover. I have a pink. I will get it for you. I will show you. I didn't practice at all. It just happens to live next to me. But this is my pink handheld Hoover.
Everything is just pink.
I mean, it makes me easy to shop for, don't you think?
That's certainly true. I mean, is there anything in your life that you really wish was pink that you just haven't gotten around to getting in pink yet?
My front door. I really want a pink front door. Just to match the car, like, outside the house. But I live in a student house, so I can't do that right now. But the dream is to have the pink car and the pink front door next to each other.
Right. Is it possible? I know you're probably not supposed to change. Are you allowed to paint student houses?
No. So I just put up as much pink stuff as I can. But I will have a pink front door in the future. 100%. I will make it happen.
I was just going to say, and you didn't get this from me, I mean, you could always pay someone to graffiti your student house door in bright pink. I mean, you didn't get it from me.
They might know whose idea that was.
They have to prove it, though.
But funnily enough, my car, it's really rare. Like, they didn't make a lot of them. But there's another one in Cardiff, and last year we used to pass each other all the time. And now we live on the same street. So my car, Penelope, sits at the top, and her car, I don't know what her car's called, I haven't asked, but lives on the other end of the street.
They become best friends.
Oh yeah, I think we should. I've always wanted to leave a note on her car, being like,
You should, yeah.
Maggie G, the other Fiat 500 learner, owner, and then see if we can be friends.
I'm sure it will. I mean, if you both have that exact same rare car, I'm sure it's meant to be. Okay, let's get to the questions and the rest of the comments because they're coming in a lot and I don't want to lose them. So Hannah Golding has said, she's asked, can you tell us your ultimate pageant highlight? And she's also put, you have to choose one. Because normally when I ask that question, people will riff off a list. So she wants you to pick only one. Having said that, you don't have to listen to her, but that's what she said.
I can tell you straight off, and it goes without saying, it's really funny. I've won pageants before, but for some reason, this is just like my absolute highlight. Maybe because it's so recent. But that Sunday night after Galaxy, when we were all there till 3 a.m, singing our hearts out, eating pizza, having a good time, putting on a show with just everyone in our pajamas, and we were making TikToks. Honest to God, that to me is pageantry. Like that is what pageantry does, and that is just up there with. I'm really sorry if anyone I love truly wasn't there that night, but it was just one of the best nights of my life, and I love it so much.
It was a memorable night. I was there. I didn't get to bed, I think, until after 3 a.m. I think I wasn't in bed until 3:30 myself, but it was a good night.
And me and Danielle missed breakfast the next day, and we were really sad, but we were up until like 3:30 in singing, had some music with everyone, so can't really complain.
I like how Danielle, in our first interview, you probably remember this, she wouldn't sing on air, and then I thought that meant she was a horrible singer, but she actually sings well.
I know, she does.
Yeah. Sorry, Danielle, if you're on the air, I don't want to give you a big head. You can tune off for a sec. Just ignore what I said. Speaking of Danielle, she has said we are superheroes. Back to the trivia. Yeah, here we go. Chloe Lake has said we have won 3 or 4 in all capitals. Lauren Parkinson has also written 3 out of 4. Here we go with the psychos. Hannah Bradley has said, us Pageant Girl finalists very much enjoyed our first Meggie G pageant quiz. On that note, the Pageant Girl pageant itself is new.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a bit about the Pageant Girl pageant? I'm going to get my tongue tied up.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, the Pageant Girl title itself was awarded last year to Eve McAllister in the Power pageant. And it was brought in as like a new surprise title, and she won it. And then this year they announced last September that it was going to be a standalone pageant, and they would be a part of the Pageant Weekender. Pageant Girl, I believe they're just looking for that representative, because as I don't know if you know, you probably do, but over here, Pageant Girl UK is the people who run Galaxy, Miss Teen GB, International. Like, it is an umbrella of pageants. And I think they were just like, you know what, we need someone to go out there and represent. So let's do a pageant and see what happens. And they've designed, obviously the crowns they've designed are beautiful, but they've made it in pink. And it honestly is just, I'm so excited. But it's a really exciting pageant. And the rules are so different. There's no fashion wear, and you can't have been a reigning queen for the last 2 years. Like, you can't have won a pageant in the last 2 years, which is lucky for me because I haven't competed since 2017, and then I handed over in 2018, which means I can compete now. But I think that's really great because it gives other girls the opportunity that may have not have felt like they had the opportunity before. So it's really new and exciting, and I'm so excited for it. Yeah.
Can you tell us what the sections are? Because you said it doesn't have fashion wear, and then it has that stipulation about past queens. Do you know what the actual sections are?
I do. So there's obviously interview and opening round. It's then called the Be Beautiful round, as in YOU, where you're literally just rocking up in jeans and a Pageant Girl t-shirt. And I really think that's just to showcase the girls rather than getting distracted by fashion wear. Although I love fashion wear, I love watching it. I really see where they're coming from with it. And then evening wear, and then there's some optional rounds which are photogenic, talent, beautifully inspiring, and body beautiful as well.
That sounds amazing. I really like the idea of the t-shirts. That's the t-shirt and jeans, because that sort of, some girls don't have the money to spend a lot on really expensive, Sherry Hill this, Sherry Hill that. So I think that's a really good equalizer. I like that.
Yeah, same.
Now, I'm just going through the comments again, Meg. Chloe Laker said, we're back on the trivia stuff, if we did a sports round, Nat Pav is a sports genius. Yeah, that's why I said, you guys are, it's not fair. I mean, it's fair, but it's also not fair.
They've just picked the team really well.
I'm just happy that I'm an honorary psycho, so go psychos. I just feel bad for the other teams. Chloe Laker said, no, we are all equally qualified. Even among equals, there's someone who stands out, Chloe. Danielle has asked, what is the most obscure pink item you own? Well, we've seen the Dust Buster.
Dust Buster.
Chloe has asked, which version of Barbie, speaking of Barbie, do you think you align with the most? And if you haven't seen my interview with Charlotte Clemmy, because she was on the podcast, that's why I'm laughing, because she actually was the real life Barbie. But which version of Barbie do you think you align with the most?
Well, Barbie recently, as of last year, brought out a fashionista range in which they featured loads of different types of Barbies with loads of different just styles. And there is, in fact, a plus-size Barbie. I don't own her as of yet, but I have taken numerous pictures every time I see her in the shop. I would probably resonate with that Barbie the most for obvious reasons. But also, there's a Build-A-Bear that is Barbie, which I bought as soon as I got offered the job at Build-A-Bear where I used to work, so her as well, because I love her sayings, and I used to be able to do them and say them randomly in the shop, and the girls would be like, who's pressed the sound? And it'd be me standing there doing Barbie impressions, Barbie Bear impressions, but she's pink and sparkly, and that's fit me.
Can you give us one of those Barbie impressions?
I knew you were going to ask that. I don't know if I can do it anymore. I haven't worked there in a while.
I'm sure you can. Come on, give us your favorite Barbie impression, because Charlotte Clemmy didn't speak as Barbie. She spoke with her natural accent. She had people coming up saying, "Are you Irish?" And she goes, "No, I'm from Malibu." So we do need a Barbie impression. So come on.
Well, I think the one that she has 5 sayings. She's like, "You're my best friend," or whatever. But the one that I can probably do the best. She goes, you remember now she's a bear, but she goes, "I love my furry friends." And I was like, that is what I say all the time. And she goes, "Hi, it's Barbie." And that is literally what I do to wind up the girls day in, day out at Build-A-Bear.
That's amazing. Can you remember all 5? I mean, you don't need to imitate them all, but can you remember all 5 sayings she had? I bet you can.
I learn things via sound, so I sing all my times tables to remember them. So yeah, I can remember. She goes, "Best day ever. Hi, it's Barbie. I love my furry friend. Let's
one more.
Go on an adventure." And
is that all 5?
I can't remember the last one.
I think that might have been.
4.
That's 4. Okay.
I can't count. I'm also dyslexic, so it doesn't really help.
It doesn't matter. I mean, 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5. I'm still impressed. Heather Hopkins.
I might have just added one.
Heather Hopkins has said, "I remember you stole the pink glittery curtain from my event." You stole her curtain.
I didn't steal it. I didn't. If you could see, I'll move it slightly, but there's a pink glittery curtain. I don't know if anyone could see.
Yeah, we can see.
Over there. I didn't steal it. She offered it. She was going to bin it. And I was like, I know where I could put that. And now it's on the back of my bag.
Okay, well, Heather, I'll let you and Meg sort that one out. Rachel Lee Loftus has asked, why did you choose Pageant Girl UK? I'm so excited to be competing in the same system as you.
I'm super excited. She's in teen and I am in Miss. I chose Pageant Girl UK and it was really random. I was sitting with Mia Rose Lewis at the Miss Divine UK finals, which I host. And I was sitting there and I was like, oh my gosh, Holly's got an announcement. And we were like, what's going to be? And it came up. And first of all, I think the picture was the crown. I actually think my heart stopped for a minute.
Because it's pink?
Like, because it's pink.
Of course.
And the more we read into it. And I was like, oh, okay. And Mia just went, that's you. I was like, she was like, you have to enter. And she was like, send me photos. I'm entering you right now. And now I'm here.
So Mia entered you.
Yeah, I don't know what or why I didn't do it myself, but she was like, send me photos now. And it's because I was off rehearsing, doing bits with Miss Divine anyway.
Yeah.
She came up to me then and she was like, send. I was like, thank you very much.
Good for you, Mia. Danielle has said her head's swelling up because we said that she can sing. That's okay, Danielle. If you need your head to be shrunk, I have things that I can. I still have the voice. I have a very entertaining WhatsApp voice note. A couple of very entertaining ones from her when apparently her and Lauren had a FaceTime and had a bit too much to. Well, I'll let the audience.
I could imagine.
Yeah, I got a very interesting voice note. Janima has said, can't wait to compete with you, Meggie G. And Hannah Golding has said, I own that Barbie. How much, just out of interest, how many Barbies do you have?
One.
Oh, one?
It's so bad.
I thought you were going to say you had like hundreds.
No, she was given to me as a gift by my auntie when I used to do ballet, and she's a ballerina Barbie. And I've never taken her out of the box. But I think it's when I was younger, I had loads. In fact, my mum was like, got too much stuff, cleared out my room, and it was a school fair. And she took one of my Barbie videos, and I bought it back from my own school.
That's a good way of raising money.
Literally bought my own video back, so my mum donated, and she was like, where did this come from? I was like, I bought it in a school fair. She was like, oh my god. But yeah, as an adult, I actually only have one Barbie, but I have lots of Barbie items, like themed clothes and the bear. I just don't have any actual Barbies.
Right. Okay.
I think I need to change. Someone needs to sort that out.
When is your birthday?
October 30th.
Oh, you've even got your birthday in the same month as Danielle. Well, there you go. So, guys, October 30th. Hint, hint. Hopefully that wasn't too subtle for you. Hannah Golding has said, when you have kids, you can buy loads of Barbies. Is that the excuse? I guess if they're still in the box, then that's really not the excuse, is it? And Danielle has said, don't out me like that, Adrian. I can't help it. I know you're watching and you sent me those voice notes and they were absolutely hilarious. I won't play them. Maybe I'll play them to Meg after we go off air, but they were absolutely hilarious. Okay, so Meg, as you know, we always finish before with the same 10 questions. So guys watching, if you have any more questions for Meg, put them in the comments and we'll circle back to them after the final 10. But just before we do that, shout outs. Do you have any shout outs that you'd like to give to people who supported you along the way?
Oh my gosh. There's so many. I would like to thank my mum for worrying for my first pageant and then me proving her wrong. That was quite enjoyable. I'd like to thank my grandma. She was my pageant manager for a while. Just all my girls, my Welsh girls, Mia, Khalees, and Heather Hopkins. We are like unstoppable as a team, and I can't wait to see where we all go, what we all get to. Obviously, my wife, Danielle, she is my wife. We talk every day. Nat Path, the 8 Psychos, everyone involved. You as well. Meeting you was fab. You are so great. I actually love you. But just everyone really who's been there and who I've had the pleasure of meeting through Pageant. Really, the pleasure is all mine, and I'm so grateful for everyone on International Pageant Day. Just big shout out
that's
to all
right.
my pageant sisters.
How can I forget that? It's International Pageant Day, so happy International Pageant Day for everyone. I mean, technically it's not for me anymore. It's now the 9th, but it is for you guys still. So,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, final 10. I mean, you've probably heard these questions so many times, you've probably rehearsed answers in your head, but we'll give it a go and we'll see what you can come up with. So, number 1,
Okay.
what is your favorite word?
Yes, probably. Yeah, it's my favorite word.
What is your least favorite word?
No, I don't. I've never liked being told no. Apparently, when I was a kid, I would go on and on and on and on and on about something until I got it. And I resonate with that as an adult as well.
I was going to say, I can't see that that's probably changed much, so. In life, what gets you excited or what turns you on?
Anything pink, and if it's sparkly, even better.
And what turns you off?
Rude people. I don't like rude people. Or nasty people. Trolls.
What sound or noise do you love?
The sound my dog makes when I come home from uni. He's very cute.
What sort of sound does he make?
Oh, you're actually going to ask me. He just makes little, whimpering sounds. And I always think it's him telling me he really missed me. And then I'm like, it's okay. And then we have a conversation. And I'm like, tell me. And he fully tells me, everything that's gone on. And I'm like, I'm so sorry to hear that. And then my big dog comes in and he growls on my big dog. He's like, go away. But, yeah, he's a good boy.
What sound or noise do you hate?
The sound my car makes when it needs to go to the garage. Because she's nice to look at, but she isn't healthy.
How much time do you spend driving? I mean, you guys in the UK spend so much time driving, it's crazy, but on average, how much time would you spend driving?
I'm really lucky because it's Heather that normally picks us all up and takes us all. So I don't ever really have to drive, but it is probably because my car is the smallest out of all of our cars. So you wouldn't be able to fit all that stuff in the car. I mean, my car for Galaxy was overrun with Easter eggs for the Ronald McDonald house. And you couldn't fit anything else in there other than me, the Easter eggs, and my cake. So, yeah, we always go in Heather's car, but we travel around together as a team.
Heather's got a fancy new car as well, doesn't she?
She has a lovely white Audi Q5 that she's very proud of.
Yeah, I don't blame her at all. It looks lovely. Question 7. If you could have any one superpower, what would you pick and why?
I would choose time travel, not to change anything, but just to experience moments again. Because I feel like there's this moment in my life that I would 100% go back to relive. Even if I could just do it once, so time travel.
Yeah. If you could choose any one occupation other than your own, what would you most like to attempt?
I would like to be Barbie, 100%.
Ask Charlotte.
I think Charlotte's job is my dream job. Obviously, I'm brunette and don't look like Barbie in the slightest. But I think that would be an amazing job to have.
Oh, Charlotte can hook you up, I'm sure. What job or occupation would you definitely not like to attempt?
A doctor or a surgeon. I panic in chaotic situations, so I would definitely not be good at either of those jobs. During this time at the moment, like some of my friends and family obviously work within our NHS, and I'm super proud of them because I would not be able to do what they are doing just because I panic. I love drama as well, so I would spend too much time loving the drama than actually doing something about the drama.
Yeah, those people are doing an absolutely amazing job in every country. I think all our health workers, we salute you. Final question, Meg. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
What do you want for dinner first?
What would your answer be?
Depending on my mood, either pizza or Mexican food.
Oh, good choice. Sorry, I have a cat in the background. What I can just see him being annoying. What flavor? What topping on the pizza would you pick? Given that you're in heaven, you could have anything. What would you go to?
I'd probably still go pepperoni. I love a good pepperoni pizza. But I'd have a barbecue base, which is controversial. I just don't really like tomato sauce that much on pizza.
Okay, that's different. Someone was telling me, who was it? Maybe you can tell me. I don't know, but someone told me the one thing they can't stand is pepperoni on pizza. They love pizza, but they can't. Who was it? That's so funny. Just reminded now. I can't remember. It was quite recent as well because we were talking about Chicago. Okay, that slipped my mind.
I can't relate to that. I love pizza, and I love Mexican food, like 100%.
Yeah, I agree with you on those ones. Okay, all right. Well, it looks like we are out of questions. Guys, if you have any last-minute comments or questions, put them in now. Lauren has put barbecue-based pizzas are superior. I'm just trying to remember now. It's really bugging me. Who was the person? Someone said they love pizza. They just don't like pepperoni on pizza. And I was like, that's so unusual. I
only dislike like two foods out of all the foods I've tried in the entire world. I only dislike two. So I wouldn't mind what came on the pizza, to be honest, as long as it fits.
And Hannah Golding has written pepperoni is life. Okay, I think we're making everyone hungry. Can you guys still order pizza in the UK? Can you still get a Domino's and things like that? You can? There you go.
Yeah.
That now I feel like
we've got that.
I feel like doing that now, but at 6:40 in the morning. All right. Well, Meg, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. I was so excited for this, and now it's come true. So thank you so much for having me.
Not at all. Dreams do come true. Thanks to everyone for watching and for commenting and liking on the stream. And we will speak to you all next time. What's up, guys? It's Adrian again. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember to head over to pageantlaunch.com. Join our launch team for our review site. It's super important to all of us to make sure that the industry is safe, transparent, and fair. So head over to pageantlaunch.com, write in your email address, and we'll speak to you next time.